Welcome. This is your hospital. And this is your MRI. Every MRI is specific, detailed, and custom. Today we're going to go over the custom features of your MRI here at Gila Medical Center. Starting off with the light switches, you have a set of dimmers on the bottom right. These control the control room lights. Each one will control a different set. The dimmers are nice because you can set them to a certain area and click on and off with the toggle, or you can slide. The light switches on the left control the scan room and function the same. These two monitors here are the chiller displays. They have real-time temperature and statuses of what's going on. The chillers are located on the roof, so it's nice to know their temperature at all times. This will also give someone a status indicator if something's wrong. Here you have an emergency light switch. In case of a power emergency, this light will still work because it is fed from emergency power. Here you have your exhaust fan switch. In the case that the O2 monitor does not kick on the exhaust fan, you can manually turn it on with this switch. We do not recommend pressing this unless there is an emergency. To the left of the control room window, you will find two control displays mounted on the wall. These are provided by Carrier and display the real-time temperatures of both the control and the scan room. These displays will show real-time statuses and any alerts that may come. The zones are dedicated on the side. Inside the equipment room, on your left, you will find the ToxGuard 2 gas monitor. This is an oxygen sensor that detects rising and falling levels inside the MRI scan room. Shown here in this CAD drawing is the piping diagram. This is for the physical head of the sensor that is located behind the MRI. It is 2 to 3 inches big and can be seen here in this photo. Back inside the equipment room, you will find the Liebert HVAC unit. This is the air conditioning that supplies the entire equipment room to keep it cool. It is very important to keep this room cool at all times. If not, the equipment will overheat. Replacing a filter on the Liebert HVAC unit is quite simple. Open the door and pull out the existing filter. Replace with the appropriate size and close the door. To the left of the equipment room door, you will find the white Liebert control unit mounted on the wall. We do not recommend that anyone change or tamper with the settings as they are pre-programmed. The button to the right is the emergency off button. Pressing the e-stop will not quench the magnet, but turns off most of the electrical power in the scanner room and operator area, including the console, computers, patient table, etc. This switch can be used when there is a serious equipment fault or hazard, such as a fire or water in the vicinity of the MR scanner. Great. Now let's take a look at the bigger equipment inside of the equipment room. In our CAD file, we're going to take away the walls and the MRI. This is going to give us a better glimpse of what's really going on inside of the equipment room. In the top left, we have our HEC cabinet. There's the UPS with the battery cabinet, the maintenance bypass panel, the power gradient or RF cabinet, pin panel cabinet, shield cooler cabinet, and main disconnect panel. Now, I know there's a lot going on here at once, so it's very important to refer back to your vendor drawings and take the time to locate each item. Check the details, and you'll see the weight and the heat output for each one. Because after all, There are a lot of items in this room, and there are a lot of wires as well. Here we have the 24-volt DC lighting control panel. Think of it like the brain for the lights. Above are the circuits properly labeled. Shown in this video here are power filters. There are two types for this MRI. 120 volts for the power and 24 volts for the controls inside of the MRI scan room. Moving on to our CAD file, we will see 4 disconnects. These are located in the red. In the blue, we will see the equipment for the equipment room. The white is your MRI, and the walls, with the dark gray being the upper portion or above ceiling. Let's zoom in on the disconnects one by one. Here you will find a zoomed in portion of the equipment room, with the first disconnect being on the right as soon as you walk through the door. Look above ceiling to locate it. In the event that this disconnect is tripped, please contact your facility or local maintenance personnel. Located here above ceiling is your second disconnect. This is your 20 amp disconnect for the fresh air intake. If for any reason it is tripped, please contact a facility electrician to investigate. Located in the control room is your first disconnect above ceiling. This is labeled RH1, and it stands for Reheat Disconnect 1. Open the tile, and above ceiling you'll find it. This button here should turn if it is tripped. Please find a facility electrician if this ever happens. Here's your other disconnect above ceiling. Shown here in the video, pop this tile and look above ceiling. You'll see the disconnect located on the wall, and if it is tripped, you can easily, with the help of a facility electrician, switch the breaker back on. Now let's take a look at a better view of our CAD file. This shows the breakers above ceiling through the floor of the MRI room. This can give you a good idea of where they truly are located, up here in the ceiling. Now it's time to move on and talk about power. The MRI has power running from the room all the way down to the switchgear, which, with a 300 amp breaker, is located here. From the switchgear, it goes to panel 4A. This panel is located on the wall as shown here in the video. Panel 4A feeds the chillers and the AHUs. From panel 4A, as shown here in this MRI CAD drawing, we can see the pipes running above ceiling into the MRI equipment room. The pipes are shown in purple, and the pull boxes are shown in yellow. So, if there ever is a time when facility needs to pull something again, or just future construction, these pull boxes will still be available and can be referenced here. Caffey Incorporated recommends that a qualified and competent facility or maintenance personnel be the one to tamper with or change these pull boxes for the future. Thank you for participating and watching this tutorial video. We hope that it brings enlightenment and knowledge to help you better understand your MRI here at Hilo Medical Center.